a video putting this chair together. I need something more comfortable, and so I ordered this chair, office chair, and it looks pretty comfortable. I've gotten everything out of the box. We've got the seat and the back and the part of the back, and wheels and legs and other pieces. So following the directions, which now that I have decided to video, I've lost them. Alright, so here we go. So now the first part is to challenging to do this on the couch, but there's only so much space so far, and you need to be able to sit comfortably. So let's just put these in. How hard will this be to do? I think it needs to go more than that. Alright. Then go all the way around. Looks like it's supposed to be a little bit more than that. And trying to do this in a sitting position with such little space. Ooh. Oops. Oh well. Things gonna happen, right? Come on now, you go all the way up there. I tried to video doing that organized unit at the little shelf unit by the desk. My friend saw it. She says, "You made me dizzy." So I'm trying another way. There are supposed to be 5 of these legs, and somehow it was hiding. Ooh. I liked it when I could do things sitting on the floor. But right now, if I were to get on the floor and try to get up, well, that could be a challenge all by itself. So let me bring this little stool over here and see. This is placed here in such a way, giving me a little bit of leverage to get this in, because this is not wanting to go in. There we go. Yay. I could give each of them a little push. Just like 100% sure. There we go. I've got the wheels. That. Next. Put in hydraulic scissors. I actually put my scissors. I've kept keeping my scissors in the same spot, and now all of a sudden, right here, I am definitely gonna need them. Let's see if I can use this. Alright. Oh, goodness, that is heavy. Do some weightlifting with that. Alright, so we take this, number 5, put this down in here. Okay. And then after you do that, you put the wheels on. Somehow or another, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So 5 and 6. So I'm going to move that around a little bit because this physically challenged person needs to make sure it's placed in such a way that I can really work with it. Boy, I wish I could put my scissors down somewhere else and just... Oh, there they are. Put them in the little holder I installed there last night. Forgot I did that. There we go. Wheels. Is there anything special? No, I just push them in. And it's so funny sometimes what seems like it's supposed to be really, really simple ends up being the hardest thing to do. Oop. Oop. I get one of these for my daughter. Different style. Oh, goodness. I can tell you right now, trying to get this in is not going to be easy. Don't give me anything extra other than just to put this in. Oh, jeez. You have to be strong to do this. I think I'm going to have to get... Oh, come on. I'm going to have to pause this for a minute. Alright, I had to sit there and figure this out, because typically it's not supposed to be that complicated. I guess I was just complicating it. Sit there. There we go. It's not easy, but it's not terribly hard either. And after you get the first one, use this little stool to give me a little bit of... Come on. There you go. Alright. Giving my muscles a little workout. Yay! Now it's got the wheels on. And I think because I got that right, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move this over. I'm doing this with the camera on the edge of a box sitting on the table. And a little bit of clutter. Move this way. Wheel. Okay. So now let's see if we can go like that. There we go. And put this hydraulic lift in it. Alrighty, now it's time to put this, put it on the floor. Man, you wouldn't think that'd be as heavy as it is, but boy, oh boy, that hydraulic lift is definitely giving it some weight. Oh my. Alright, let's see. Now I need to take the chair back. Sometimes just getting it out of the bag. Let's see. Here we go. There's that back. I'll have to mess with that bag a little bit later. So, the directions inside. You take number 1, and then I need number 9, and that is the 3. And so it nicely comes in here and provides the tools. So number 9 is these 3. I do like how a lot of times they are providing just everything that you need in the box. It makes it much less complicated. I had a cold glass of water sitting here, or excuse me, bottle. And I had a little bit of sweat that is going on the table, or condensation. Let's see. I got this because I had a chair from my old place, and it seemed like it was okay, but the way it sat on me, and when I sit on it, it just actually ended up being very uncomfortable under my legs, and my legs would fall asleep. And who needs that? You want to be able to sit comfortably. Alright, so let's get this one out of the bag. Hey, they made that nice and easy. Alright, so these 3 go here. And so get all of these in place. Alrighty then. Started real quick. Tighten up after I get in a little bit better. I love this. It's nice that there's only just a little bit. Right. Take a look at those directions to make sure I'm doing everything, because sometimes the directions will have, oh, don't tighten that until this. Alright, so let's get this done. All hand tight. then I've been thinking about how it's a challenge to have secondary progressive multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis by itself is very concerning, but then when it becomes progressive, it's harder to do things. So sometimes it's a little bit on the discouraging side because I can't do everything I used to do. If I had my full faculties, I probably wouldn't have gone into this trailer. I might have. But I know that because of having the multiple sclerosis, having SPMS, and trying to take care of a 1,000 square foot home, being single, all my children are grown and they're spread all over the country right now. And it's just hard to get things done. Moving in here, I was hoping that when I got the trailer that I would be able to have it parked there, and then while it was parked, I was hoping to move things into it that I was going to need and want. And so I had a friend, very lovely, wonderful woman from the congregation I go to, and she got it cleaner. I'm like, okay, I've got to get this thing on the market. So I put the house on the market, and I had bought the trailer in August. Again, I was hoping to be able to do things with getting it packed and so on, and then just moving the trailer, but things didn't work out that way. It's very hard sometimes to get people to help because they're so busy, and they're loving and kind, but they have their own businesses, they have their own families, and it's very hard sometimes to get help, things like that. So, to say the least, I didn't get to get things there the way I wanted, and before the house sold. I put the house on the market, and it sold within 3 weeks. Oh my goodness. I could not believe it. And so then I had basically just a little over about 5 weeks to get things packed and get things into the trailer. And unfortunately, it would happen so quickly, didn't get to have people to help right away, and so it took a little bit longer. And so moving in, got things in boxes and having help, they were wonderful, but some of the things didn't come in to where they needed to be. And fortunately, I do have a little storage shed here on the property, and so some of those things went out there. But since I have SPMS, it's hard because you can't really move things around because you've got to lift it up. Lift this box and then be able to get it to here. You got to move things out of way to get everything clear to one spot, and since I don't have that strength or the mobility like I used to have, it takes a lot longer. And I'm further away from my friends than I was before in the location that my little home is in. And so that's harder for them to come up, and it's harder for me to ask for help to have them come up. And I've had a couple of people that I've been able to hire. There's one person who has been extremely helpful, and he's got his own family, so there's only so much time that he's available. And other people just aren't available. It's just so many people have so much going on. And it's a challenge. But I am liking the way this chair is coming out. So multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease. And it affects the central nervous system. What is happening is that with the nerves in your brain, there is a protective coating around them. It's called myelin. And for some reason, the antibodies in your system are malfunctioning, and they think that that myelin is a enemy, so it attacks it, which in turn ends up leaving damage because of that, and damages the nervous system. And so it affects, of course, things like walking and other functions. And in my case, I was originally diagnosed with MS in 2002. And it was remissive recurring. So, I'd have some, what I called episodes here and there. And other people call it flare-ups. But nothing ever really became real hard until 2020. And I had been progressively getting a little bit worse, but it was very minor. I was still able to move pretty well. But I was afraid of going upstairs that did not have rails and things like that. And in 2020, it became progressive. So I wasn't able to slide from side to side with my legs because I was trying to do some exercises. And in April, when we were all on lockdown and I was trying to take advantage of the time to maybe get healthier, I couldn't, my legs just stopped working like it should. And other little functions ended up happening. So when I went back to work in May, I was working from home, but then they had us go back into the office in May, and I was noticing that my foot was just sliding along instead of picking up my left side, and it just kept getting worse. And I was starting to have to hold on to walls just to be able to walk through the halls and get from one place to the other. I just felt out of balance, totally out of balance. And it just continued to get worse. So come August, I called to see a doctor and saw what was going on. And of course, he did some tests. My blood pressure was high, and then also was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. Or hypo, yeah, it's the opposite. So it's not working like it's supposed to. And which could have something to do with mobility and my research, but that wasn't the case. So got to see a neurologist and said what was going on and got examined. And so in October of 2020, I was diagnosed with secondary progressive multiple sclerosis. And so been a lot of research done on the medications and so on. And I'm not going to talk about what I am or am not doing as far as prescription medication, because I really do think that that's something other people need to be doing their own research on and making their own decisions. And you talk with your neurologist and family and do your research and then make up your mind what you want to do. All right, it appears that the back is on there. But since it's so hard for me to move around and I am weak, it's taking a lot longer to get things unpacked here and done. And so in the videos I'm showing, you might be saying, well, why is it taking her so long? Well, it's taking me so long because I still am working full time and trying to get this unpacked pretty much alone. And I know, why am I not going on disability? Well, in order to go on disability, you can't work. And I can't afford not to work. So I'm not on disability. And I just don't have the funds. So part of getting into this trailer and downsizing was to make it more possible to prepare for retirement, because I do need to retire and be able to focus and function on being able to help myself with my SPMS. And it's a little discouraging that I just can't do everything I want to do. And so it's taking longer, but I am still trying. And I am planning for early retirement. And I do still have more research to do on that. And so I will be sharing what I learn as far as that goes. I need to do much more research on it now that I'm in a smaller place and it's easier to take care of. Well, it'll be a whole lot easier once everything's unpacked. That will be good. All right, so the next step. Did that. Got those on there. Okay. Now, I need to take the seat, this whole thing here, and at least that's not too heavy. Let me put this over here. Bring the leg and the whole in there. Let's see. All right. It says to sit it down on top. Hopefully, this will be as easy. I always say that. Yeah. And then, let's see. Now, if the thing wouldn't move around, it'd probably be a little easier. Let me see if I can put my legs together. All right, woohoo! Look at that. It's together except for this little piece in the back that it tells me to do. Let's see. Oh, and that covers those screws. That is this piece. That's looking pretty good. Actually, that looks comfortable. I am very excited to be able to get this done. One less box, one less clutter. It's very not fun having clutter all over the place when trying to have a nice little home. Let's see, are you like, is that how you're supposed to go? Let me see. There we go. Look at that! Look at that! Oops, sorry about that. It's done! It's done. So now, I'm going to try to put this back in here. Oops. Tripod. Sorry about that. All right. Now, I have to try to do this without... Oh, goodness. It's pretty good. It was very, very comfortable. Oh, sit back. Oh, I think this is going to be great for at the desk. I'm supposed to be able to lift up a little. Let's see. There we go. Now that is there. So get it just right. All right. Now it's time to get it at the desk. I have boxes everywhere now. And of course, having boxes everywhere makes it kind of hard to move around. Here we go. Let's see. Get the cane. Pick that up off the floor. All right. See if I can get this moved to the desk area. Oh, gosh, it looks pretty good. Still have more boxes to empty, and this one I have my hand on it to assemble. That's to help put things in my closet, which needs to be readjusted. Okay. So, the finished product. Move this around this way. Yay, look at that. It's at the desk, down the desk area. That is going to be terrific. Oh, well, that's something I was able to do. Yay. That's going to help with sitting comfortably at my desk. Yes, I have clutter. That's from emptying boxes. So now when you have empty boxes, then you have clutter that needs to be cleaned up and put away. And some of it has to wait for a little bit because it's got to have a place to put it, because there's a medicine cabinet that needs to be assembled and installed. There's a drawer system that needs to be assembled and put in place. The closet needs to be modified because I did have rods put in it, but unfortunately the top rod is too low and the low rod is too high. So that needs to be modified a little bit. And so there's still clutter around, and I decided to have a nice little fire tonight. It's nice to have a crackling fire. Well, I hope you like this, and I hope I was able to give a little bit of information. There's more to talk about with the SPMS, but since I had the opportunity that I was building that or assembling that chair, it seemed like a good opportunity to talk about it. And it's not easy to talk about, of course. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you will like and subscribe. Have a good day.